when you're planting a plant or some flowers, or you're doing a garden, you can't rush the process of it growing. How was week 1? What did you learn? What did you gain? What's some insights? Let's talk about it. Welcome, guys. My name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise. I'm over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. Thank you for joining this video. Have you started? If you haven't, it's okay. It's okay. You can start now. It's never too late just to start. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about our comparison detox. And if you haven't already, check out the video introducing it and talking all about it. Check the description box below. So we did week 1 already. Week 1 is over. I'm so proud of you for doing it. I'm so proud of you for starting. I know that it had really touched you and you got some insights from it. It's starting to get you to really look at your journey more closely, and knowing that you have to give yourself grace. That's where it's all about. That's where it starts. Give yourself grace. So the first week was about grounded in grace. So let's just look at some of the topics and what I got out of it. And you can let me know what you got out of it in the comment section below. I got my little journal. I showed you this on the last video and I wrote all in it, as you can see. So week 1 was grounded in grace. Day 1 says start where you are. And you have to first know that when you're on any journey, you have to know that you're starting at a certain point. This certain point is different from someone else's certain point. So start where you are. Day 2 went on to talk about unfollowing the lie. That there's so many different things out there that captures our minds and our thoughts, or try to capture our mind and our thoughts, and we have to rebuke those things and to negate those things because they are the untruth. So just unfollowing the lies that you have probably told yourself in the past about your body, and going from there with learning and knowing the truth, especially the truth that God says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's what I wrote down from that, is that I am good enough. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and my body is going through a transformation that He has allowed it to go through. And that's why I can't believe what the lies that may have crept into my mind, because they are not the truth. His word is the truth. And the scripture says for that day, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And that was John 8:32. My body is not the problem. My body is a temple for the Lord. My body is unique. My body is one of a kind. So my body is not a problem. I am just going through right now a transformation of changing my body, but it's not a problem. It's not nothing negative. So let's understand that, and that will help us to give ourselves more grace. Slow is still progress. This is a big one. This is a big one because we see, not necessarily all here on YouTube, but just Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, what's those other things? Twitter, TikTok. We see all over the place the final product of how someone looks after they've gone through their journey. And we want to instantly get there. We are in a microwave society, and we want to instantly get to that point. But we have to realize that slow is still progress. You're getting there. It's okay. You're maybe moving at a slower rate than someone else. You may be losing weight at a slower pace than someone else. You may, in my case, I'm now on maintenance, but I am embarking on a journey, or have embarked on a journey of running, and I might be running at a slower pace than someone else. But slow is still progress. I'm still moving, and you are still moving, because even though you may not, his scale may not say that you lost so much weight this week, there's still progress. Look at your clothing, how it fits. Look at your blood sugar. If you're checking your blood sugars, look at those numbers. Look at how you feel overall, your energy level. Are you feeling more energized? Are you just feeling overall better? Look at that. If you had swelling, that just hit me. If you had swelling, edema, has that subsided? Those are all different ways to measure your success. Not just that scale, because that scale will tell us that we are not making progress, but we are making progress. So slow is still progress. And I've come to learn that it's good to marvel the journey, because once as you begin to marvel the journey and understand what's going on in the day to day and not rushing to get to the end, when you do get to the end or to that goal, then you will appreciate it more and you will be able to sustain it, because you went through that journey, you build those habits, you created that lifestyle. So slow is still progress. That was a great one. And then let me tell you this one. Rest is sacred too. Day 5. So sometimes your body, when it needs the rest and you're not giving it the rest, it will make you give it the rest. I experienced this a couple weeks ago when I was going to go to the gym with my girlfriends, and we go to the gym about a couple times a week now, and I was ready to go that morning. We text that night before, we were ready to go. But that morning my stomach felt kind of queasy, so I texted them and said I couldn't make it. Stomach was kind of queasy. And I didn't want it to, nothing to go on while I was trying to work out, right? So I went and I laid back down thinking that, I'm just going to lay back down, let my stomach ease, and then I'll get up and get to work. Well, I lay back down, and lo and behold, 2.5 hours later, right, I fell back to sleep. My body needed some rest. That's probably why my stomach was hurt. My body needed some rest. So your body deserves rest. Go. Working out. Doing this, doing that for your health journey, for your wellness journey, for, just in life in general. You can't be on goal mode all the time. Your body needs rest, and it's okay to rest. So it's okay to take a rest day here and there. Build it into your routine. I was doing this April challenge back in April where I was doing planks and squats and push-ups, but within that challenge, I was doing it on a daily basis, but within that challenge, there were rest days. It was built in. So build in rest days on your journey. And just moving on, day 6 talks about not behind and becoming, and just knowing that you're not behind. You are evolving. You are becoming a better you. You are getting closer to that goal. You're not behind. And again, the whole purpose of this, remembering that your journey is different from somebody else's. Your body is different from somebody else's. So when I started my GLP-1 journey, I didn't know at first, but I started with this other young lady who does content as well. Basically, I think she started her injection the very day before I did mine, I think. But we were just basically like together. And I could have easily compared my journey with her journey and said I should be losing the same amount of weight she is losing. But no. How? We are different. We are way different. My metabolic makeup is different from hers. My just insides and outs are different from hers. Insides and outs are different from hers, if you get my drift. My lifestyle is different from hers. So you cannot compare one journey to the next just because you started a medication at the same time, right? That'd be silly. So, and just because you're on the same medication, you can't compare. That would be silly because our lives are different. That's the whole point. I hope y'all are getting out of this, is that we are all so different. Even the medication could be the exact same medication, but it's going to affect us so differently. And day 7, where we're at right now, rooted and not rushed. Rooted and not rushed. That's where you're building these habits. That's where you're making this sustainable. That's where you're gaining insight. You're rooting yourself. You're planning yourself. You're planning that lifestyle. You're planting those seeds so that you can continue it on. So if you're planting it, when you're planting a plant or some flowers, or you're doing a garden, you can't rush the process of it growing. So why would you rush the process of you planting these different habits within your lifestyle and rushing to get to the goal? Marvel in the journey, marvel in what's going on, and know that you're building something that's going to last your whole life. Because that's the whole point that we're trying to do right now. Because a lot of us have been on different health journeys, different weight loss journeys in the past, and we have tried to do this and tried to do that, and it has not stuck. But we want something different. So in order to get something different, it has to be, in order for it to last, it has to be sustainable, and it has to be rooted, something that's ingrained in you. So don't rush the process. Don't rush the process. As you continue to look at on these different sites, different journeys on Reddit, on Instagram, on what's the other ones, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, as you continue to, you know, go back and forth in the comment section. If you're a content creator supporter, even if you are a content creator as well, know that it's good to get insight from others in their journeys, but do not compare yourself to them, because you are worthy. Your journey is special because it's so unique, and it's yours. It's no one else's. So you can't compare your journey to someone else's journey, and that's what this is all about, this comparison detox. We're detoxing ourselves from what it does. And I want to talk about that too as we continue to go through week 2 and week 3 and week 4 and then week 5 as we're moving forward. Maybe I'll talk about it in week 5, but I want to talk about what comparison does to your journey, the negative impact that comparison can have on your journey. Sometimes it can have positive impacts as well, because you might compare and say, okay, I got to do better. I definitely got to do better, because you're not, doing something that you're supposed to be doing. But what could be some of the negative impacts of comparison? So looking forward to week 2. Week 2 is Body Don't Lie, and it's talking about learning to trust what your body knows. So I'm looking forward to what I will gain from week 2. Like I said, let me know in the comment section below what you gained out of week 1. And until next time, I love you guys. This is great for us. I'm loving this. I'm enjoying this. Continue to journal, continue to get insights, and continue on. Don't compare. You are enough. All right. Until the next video, God bless.